Welcome, friends and foes. Good morning. My name is Jennifer Moleski. This is where I comment on comments from yesterday's video, which is about nofap Coomers, Genghis Khan, and dopamine diets. So let's start with Doberman owner for life. He has many comments, but the one that I want to mention is her mentioning silicone. Okay, so I don't say anything about women. You're right. I did not in this. I have a lot of videos about women, but the data on HD porn for men is not great. For women, it doesn't really say much. Hence the reason why I'm only talking about men pretty much in this video. And this is going to sound snarky, but as a suggestion for anyone who is upset that I didn't answer or respond to the right comments, you could start a parody YouTube channel called The Comments Jennifer Should Have Commented On, and you'll probably only get about 4 subscribers, but it's an idea. So that was Doberman owner for life off the list. I chose about 10 people, not just the first 10. Next up is Nova Dog Lone Wolf. The only reason a dude faps is because, and then there's a million reasons. And I would agree with most of those. So I'm not saying that there's no reason for men to jerk off, but my big contention is when you do it all the time to HD porn, you are tricking yourself into thinking that you are something that you're not. I know there's a lot of prostate cancer complaints here. You know, there's the no fap thing, and what's the healthy amount for the prostate cancer? Jennifer, you look it up. No. What's the healthy amount of times for a guy to come in a week? I think it's like once a week. Do men need to be jerking off once a day? You tell me. Maybe you want it, but is it really necessary for cancer? Cancer. I'm jerking off for cancer. Is that really why? Really? Really? But anyway, I totally agree with all of these. The only one I don't agree with is there's no disgusting smells. Do you guys think that sex smells bad? Okay. Next up. And on and on. And on and on. And on and on. It kind of lost me in the Genghis Khan stuff. What was the point of all that? Better to be a mass rapist than whack off to porn. I wasn't very clear. Here's what I meant. I said before that some men will use no. Some men will jerk off to porn, and that hijacks their imagination. They're not using their imagination. They are allowing something that didn't happen to them to happen to them in their imagination, versus the Genghis Khan approach, which is not raping. So I wasn't clear. My apologies. What I meant by that is that Genghis Khan, or a man who doesn't allow porn to hijack his brain, will have the testosterone, the energy to know what he wants using his imagination. His imagination isn't using him. Know what he wants, and then have the energy and the testosterone and the power and the gumption to go get it. Whereas someone who's like, man, I really would like to make $1 million, will possibly jerk off to relieve that, like, it's relaxing. Now I don't have to go do that. The other thing I'm saying is only a very powerful man can have his pick of women. I call it the successful 7, like the success of 7. So there's seven things that women want men to have success over, and it's 1 out of the 7. 1, it's money, humor, charm, looks, intelligence, confidence / stoicism, or aggression is the last one. There are some women who want aggression, but I think those women have had unhealthy childhoods, so they're looking to repeat a pattern of abuse and hostility. I think the first 6 are somewhat more healthy. So if a man can cultivate hilarity, and he's jocular, which I guess would go with charm as well. But if he's very, very funny, he's going to be able to get more women. If he's very, very intelligent, he's going to be able to get more women. A lot of you are obsessed with the looks, the chads, But Chads can be average dudes or even below who are hilarious. My ex-husband, holy shit, that guy was funny. Funny! And I like humor. Actually, I'm going to tell you a story. Years ago, my ex-husband is one of my best friends. So, okay. I was out and he never came out with me. I worked at a restaurant and we would go across the street afterwards and I'd invite him out and he'd always decline. Then one night he is out with all of his friends. I go with and I see some friends from work and I run up to them. And my good friend, I said, I'm here with my husband. He goes, oh my God, who is he? And I pointed and he goes, fuck you. And I go, no, that's my husband. Fuck you. You're joking. I said, that is my husband. And he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, it's fine. Like he doesn't look like someone I might be with, but he's the best person ever. So was he a Chad? No. And I remember I dated a guy after we broke up who was very good looking, but he had a lower self-esteem. And I was talking to my ex-husband about it, and he goes, dude, if I looked like that guy, I would be killing it. I'm like, yeah, you absolutely would. But it was his personality and his charm that got him all the girls, whereas the guy that I was dating had a lower self-esteem and he didn't know how to use any of his abilities. So that's what I have to say. Wow, that was tangential. Jennifer, you're all over the place. I know. Okay. Plus, it's morning. It's morning. All right. Oh, high tide, 68. A couple weeks ago, I was with a group of friends, and one of them said, I guarantee that Trump is going to crash our economy. And another friend was like, really? What do you bet? He's like, oh man, I bet money on it. He's like, how much? Because one of my friends has a lot of money. The other one doesn't have a lot of money. The one without a lot of money was really cocky about it. He said, I will bet you right now, however much you want to bet, 100, 10,000, I will shake here in front of all of you if you guarantee that Trump will crash the economy within his presidency. And the friend who was guaranteeing was like, no. So I would ask you, high tide 68. If marrying a woman is guaranteed disaster, okay, right? She's gonna take half your assets for sure, because they're all capable of it through the court. My question to you would be, what's it called when you bet against the stock market? Like instead of betting that your stocks are gonna go up, you go the other way. So I would ask you about your bet on this. If we could find someone, a man, who had the money to back up the claim and bet you, and you could, for 100% of your house, because you said it's 100%, I can bet 100% of all of your assets, your house, your investments, your retirement, your 401k. If we could find a guy that would say, okay, you're on. Let's give it a 40-year lifespan, right? And you can choose the woman. No. That would be easier. He can choose the woman because it's 100% guarantee. He can choose the woman, and then you could set up like the devil with Job, all the temptations. Would you put up all of your property on this 100% claim? I wouldn't. I think that absolutes are stupid. You might be adamant and you might be jaded, but to say 100%, come on. A bigger cock and more money. Really? Oh, let's stop at Casa Anna 8 first. Yes, the takeaway is that if you're going to have sex, do it blindfolded. Try to get your hand on as many placentas as possible, and when you bury a body, do it carefully. Finally, someone gets it. Everwisegroup.com. I like how she does the whole complaining voice. Oh, it's just as if to say the voice with as if to say if the men voice their displeasure with something that they're gonna cry, that they're crybabies. Common shaming tactic. Makes me wonder if she's legit or not. I'll tell you what I'm legit at. Making fun of almost everybody. Okay? Maybe I haven't come across like that. Here's a woman. I just want to have everything, and that guy, I fucking deserve more than that guy can give, and I'm better than that motherfucker and that piece of shit. Okay. So that's me talking about women who complain. And then, that's my guy voice. I am legitimately talking shit and making fun of everyone who complains. Okay? A lot of you guys are gonna hate me after this. Legit. What would I be faking? I can be on the side of men and self-responsibility and still make fun of people. You know what's actually funny? I was telling my friend that if a woman commented like that, I would be all over her shit. And I don't know if it's a gender thing, like I think that I can be more harsh, but I feel like I should be more gentle right now with this comment. Why? I don't know. Maybe I should. I mean, I don't know. Do you want me to? I don't know what you want. I'm probably not going to do it. Lauren Willis, the no-fap strength is real, okay? You become more aware of your environment, more sensitive, okay? Wait, hold that thought. And Stone MGTOW, dopamine fast is very powerful combined with meditation and no-fap, it's pure awakening. Okay, hold on. Joe Collins, no-fap is a feminist concept. It causes problems with male prostate. It should not be encouraged, and the women and people that are encouraging it should be shot. Do you think that Lauren Willis and Stone MGTOW should be shot? Really? We should shoot people who say something that you don't agree with. Oh, and to go back to the Everwise group. Oh, we should shoot people that don't agree with me. Yeah, okay, that's shaming. People that think like that? Shoot people who don't agree with you? What? Talk about feminine characteristics. You know, I did a thing about I think why I hate modern feminism, or something. I can't remember. It was about the feminist movement, how women are absolutely crazy now. And I showed a Stefan Molyneux segment where it shows free speech absolutism is typically white men. They're at like 58 or 62% that they're free speech absolutists. Next up is white women, and then it's black men, and it goes. We need free speech absolutists. And if you're the kind of person that wants to shoot people because of what they say, I won't use a shaming voice. I'll just say, fuck you. There. Oh, Jennifer's true nature's coming out. The true nature of women being against people that want to shoot people for saying things. All right. Next up, Mazi. Mazi337, viewing porn rewires the pleasure centers of your brain. Chasing after artificial stimuli means encountering actual stimuli won't have the same arousing effect. When your cock doesn't work, you're going to have a bad day. Mazi, I'm afraid we're going to have to shoot you. Okay, Troy Harpstrite. I couldn't agree more. Before I did the video that I launched yesterday, I did another video and I watched it and I didn't like it. But that's one thing that I mentioned in the one that I didn't drop. What? Is I understand that. Women now are not nearly as attractive as they used to be. And I don't mean like facial structure, I mean care, like you're saying. Yeah, they have colored hair, ink all over, which for some men are attracted to that. But they've lost a lot of purity, and they don't care about their appearance as much, and they're trying to stand out by putting metal in their face and having tattoos. And so I understand and I respect that. Yeah. Men are not going to bust ass for decades and pay the freight just to get pity sex from some fat shrew with a bad attitude. Those days are... Well, they're not totally over. They're over for you. Remember, we can't speak in absolutes. Oh, God, I'm probably guilty of it. I have to watch my tongue now. All right. I don't want to be a hypocrite. Right there. Okay. Next up, Jonathan Plowman. Fapping is the path to becoming the master beta. I like that one. Unfortunately, you're going to be shot. Oh, I have a question based on LG Darkseed. And you know, Kyle Rook, you have a point. I could look all this stuff up. But I'm just curious. LG Darkseed said, I don't relieve myself that often, but I don't understand the no fap thing. I just end up having wet dreams if I go too long. With prostate cancer, would your body naturally make you ejaculate? Like, does your body know well enough to help you to not get prostate cancer by having a wet dream? I don't know. I'll probably look that up after this. And finally, PF Scribe. PF Scribe, great analogies overall. Where I think you miss the mark is presuming we'll all play chess by the same set of rules. I agree. Women can flip the board over, and oftentimes that results in you losing just because they don't want to play anymore. So I absolutely concede to that. What's the solution? I don't know. Talk about it. Think about it. Act on it. Go your own way. Which I guess would be self-responsibility. If we all just act in the most self-responsible way possible, then we can each individually live our own life. But how do we do that? We do that through community. You know, I mean, going your own way can be, and I'm not talking just MGTOW, I'm talking just self-responsibility. Walk your path. But I still do believe in community and learning and thinking with people. If all of you were to attend my meetup, it would be civil, and everyone would walk away with one more piece of information than they had before. This is a little bit different because you read something and then your mind goes in, not your, like mine, everyone, I think it's pretty normal to go into defense mode. Well, that's not what I heard, but in an engaging conversation, someone can shore up their position, and you can ask clarifying questions, and you can tell them the statistics that you know, and then you can learn together. And that's what I think self-responsibility is, which is what I believe in. That's it. How many more of you are gonna dislike me based on the things I said today? I don't know. We'll see. Until next week, have a good one. Be well. And I don't know, just be the best person that you can be. Okay, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.